Hi guys, I'm Steph.
And I'm Richard. Got a question here from the blog from Jen. I watch a lot of Korean variety shows and have noticed that some men, especially idols, can be very feminine. Is this very common in Korean men? Do women in Korea like feminine men? Maki? Or is this just one of those situations where the men are gay but they just haven't come out of the closet because it's just not socially acceptable for them to be gay? What?
I just have a feeling I'm gonna laugh the whole way through this because I could just feel the Christmas tree shaking. It's like...
This is not an either or, are they gay or are they straight, are they too feminine or are they not too feminine, sort of answer to this set of questions.
No, not at all. In fact, what is the definition of feminine and masculine?
They are very feminine here, some of them, but some of them are not only very masculine, but they're against men being feminine or putting on makeup and that sort of thing.
I think for me, like, the thing that stands out to me the most is just, it's different culturally. I mean, Korea, you have, actually in Asia in general, you have the whole flower boy concept. That is considered attractive, and that is what a lot of the media is putting out there for the younger and younger generations.
And on top of that, I think some of the people watching this, and especially girls, like that sort of style.
Do you like flower boys?
Comments. Is it common for Korean men to be feminine?
I think it's more common for Korean men to be more metrosexual. I wouldn't say feminine.
Describe metrosexual.
Metrosexual means that they are very conscientious about their appearance. Korean men are generally very well dressed, in my opinion. They take care of their skin and their hair. You know, they're not going to class in their sweats. They're going to class in a nice pair of skinny jeans and a nice t-shirt, cool hat.
They're not all going to class like that. A few of them, we have a wide range of dress code when it comes to class at this point because some of them don't want to dress up. This goes back to the whole, it's not an either or. Some of them are clearly trying to dress in a feminine way. Some of them dress feminine because it's sort of an accident. That's sort of the style here, like skinny jeans is the style here. And they're not gay at all. And then there's others that are like totally against that.
But I wouldn't consider that feminine. I would consider that metrosexual.
Metrosexual.
Because if they're gonna be feminine, then they're gonna be wearing a freaking dress. How many Korean guys do you know that wear dresses?
Very few, but I have seen it before.
Really?
Yeah, I saw it at the Gay Culture Festival.
Well, that's different.
But for you, as if I'd seen somebody wearing a dress, the answer is yes.
I also have this kind of feeling like guys here in Korea are allowed to be themselves and they don't get like, oh, you're not being manly enough. Oh, that's not acceptable. Oh, you can't put your arm around your guy friend or else that's taboo. I think there's a lot more freedom to express themselves in that way.
Yeah, and people are less likely to be considered gay if they hold each other's hands, especially girls. That's very accepted here. But for men, you could also hold a man's hand. When they get drunk, they do this in public. Hold each other's hands, that is, and nobody bats an eye that they're gay. It's just like culturally the thing, yeah.
It's human emotion. It's natural for people to want to hold somebody's hand, a friend.
In the US, men don't hold hands.
Kids do. Boys do.
Okay,
though.
right. But I'm talking like, so, what, you know, post-teenage years, so into their 20s, men are not doing that where we're from. They're not really doing it in Europe unless they're gay.
Well, they make fun of them for doing it in the US and Europe, I'm sure.
She's okay. I do have an example from when I was here the first couple of days, a long time ago. We were out somewhere having some drinks. It was about 10 o'clock at night. Some Korean friends had befriended us at the bar and invited us to go to the Noribong. Well, we were like, hell yeah, let's go to the Noribong. Woo, karaoke! It's gonna be my first time Noribonging, and we got outside and we were walking over to the place, and the guy, like, you know, he made sure he did this. He held my hand, he was walking over there, and I was like, what are you trying to do? And he went over and he grabbed my hand again. So I let it go for a minute, and you know what he did? He pulled out his cell phone, he typed in, I love you, on the cell phone and showed it to me. And then I'm like, no dude, no, okay? I don't know that much about this place, but I know that I don't like that. I mean, are there closet gays? I think there actually are a lot of them, I suspect.
I actually had a former student who came out to one of my fellow teachers, and it was a momentous occasion. But
what, saying he was gay?
Saying he was gay, but it's still something that you
came out to a foreign teacher.
Came out to a foreign teacher, and it's still something like we couldn't talk about it with him, except like off in a little quiet corner where nobody else could hear because...
A couple of years ago, I knew another Korean student who was very into fashion and wore makeup to class, and he always came dressed to the nines, like just scarf and so dapper and looking handsome, and clearly was into fashion, and he wasn't gay. He was not a gay guy. He was a guy who just embraced this ability to be metrosexual. I'm using the metrosexual word now. How maybe stereotypically a gay person, guy, might be, but he wasn't gay.
I think that that's very frequent here because you do have a lot of great fashion and shopping malls that are easily acceptable, or accessible, not acceptable, accessible.
Too much shopping.
And I mean, if you live in Seoul, you're living in the big city. It's like New York City or LA or any other big city. You have the high fashion, you have the money, you have
a bit of the pressure to conform when you go out in public, to dress really nice, which actually isn't a problem. It's just it's there. You know?
Yeah.
And that includes us. Like when we go to Seoul, it takes us time to get ready to go because we are going out there. We want to look like we fit in, even though we don't fit in here. What am I talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. I know what you're saying. But I think even at a young age, that kids are raised with this whole idea that you can be more affectionate and you can wear what you want and you can be as stylish or not stylish as you want. I've seen guys, little boys in tights here whenever I taught Hagwon. You know, you see that.
It's because mom dressed them up that way.
Yeah, mom puts it on them. But the advertisements, you know, the guys that you see on TV are generally extremely well dressed. Their face is nice, their hair is done. You walk around the streets and that's generally what you see. You don't see a lot of sloppy people.
I actually like the fact that some people here, it seems to be on a higher percentage as time goes by, are dressing the way they want and expressing themselves the way they want. I don't want to be that person that's like, well, I think they're too feminine, because then I'm judging them in a way that's a negative way, and that's not the karma I want to put out into the universe.
I think to me, they're just dressing as appropriate for their body.
Yeah.
And they're dressing nice. They look good generally. And that's actually something that I think some people in the USA could learn from.
What do you mean?
Have you ever walked around Walmart in the evenings?
No. Yes, I have with you. Even for me, I feel like I've become a product of my own environment here, because if you had asked me 5 years ago, is it okay for a general populace of men to wear makeup like on a daily basis just going out into public, I would say the answer is no, but now I'm sort of okay with it, including, and I don't mean just like, I'm okay with putting makeup on all the time now, whereas it used to just be, okay, you're gonna be in a theater performance, sure, men can wear makeup. Or you're gonna go on TV, sure, you wanna just cover up some blemishes. But think about what you did to me recently on the video.
Yeah, you really like that.
I did, and I would do it again if and I actually have put makeup on to go out before. I have done it. I was the one that day that wanted to go out and have dinner after we did that video, and you were like, wash your face.
Exactly. That was a little extreme on the makeup scale.
Yeah, but what were you worried about? You worried about people, what, reacting to me?
Yeah, you look like a drag queen, and I didn't want to go out on a date with a drag queen. I'm okay with guys wearing some BB cream and a little bit of guy liner. I'm fine with that.
I'm okay with all of it. I'm serious. If they want to put on some wig and go around in a skirt, I mean, who cares? And like, let them do what they want to do. You know, the problem in this place, I think, is that people here, and even into their 20s, have to do what their parents say. For those of you watching this out there that are from a Western country, that if you're into K-dramas or into K-pop and you still don't know that much about this place culturally because it isn't explained in K-pop videos, this place is very hierarchical when it comes to whoever's older, and especially your parents. I have a lot of experience with this because my students are in their 20s, and when I talk to them, and I talk to a lot of them, I try to anyways, they can't just do what they want to do even after they graduate university. They have to go and find a job, or they feel like they must go find a job. Like, it would be so disrespectful to their parents who loved them so much for so many years to go against all of their wishes.
I get that, but don't most people after they graduate university want to get a job?
I didn't want to get a job.
Really?
Well, I got one, but I didn't want to get one.
Do you think that all Korean people want to get a job right out of university?
No, but I'm comparing this to closet gayness. One of the really positive aspects about being in Korea and seeing the way they interact with each other is that, sure, there's bullying that goes on, And it's part of the culture when they get in university to give each other a little bit of fun, have a little bit of sort of bullying style. But actually, there's less bullying here than there is in the US, I think. On the internet, there might not be, but I think that they respect each other more when it comes to that, in public anyways. I think about how nice my students are to me, and I know they all don't love me, but they act like they all love me because culturally that's what you do to somebody who's older.
I know that there's a lot of bullying that goes on, but it's not the same style. I don't know. I never taught at a high school, so I don't really know that much.
Okay, I'm talking about like kind of just in general. They respect each other a little bit more to let people just do their own thing, but people just choose not to come out of the closet gay because it's going to be suicidal in terms of your career, in terms of the way people look at you. So they don't bully as much, but then they judge more? I'm trying to figure this out as I go.
Yeah, I think you're onto something there. I think you really are.
They don't bully as much here, but there is still fear of your neighbor knowing what you do. The eyes are on you.
Because you have a lot more pressure.
Yeah.
To conform.
Yep, that's right. You do have a lot more pressure here to not just conform, but like I said before, do what your parents want you to do.
And blend in.
With makeup and BB cream, blend in.
I've actually noticed that you've become a little bit more metrosexual as you've lived in Korea and over the years that I've known you.
Which you prefer. Sounds like you prefer metrosexual.
I'm coming to actually prefer it also. There's something about a guy who cares about his appearance. What girl doesn't like a guy who cares about his appearance?
Don't you feel like kids these days are growing up a little bit faster than they were before? Like 9-year-olds can go onto YouTube and see what kids in high school, because high schoolers on YouTube are quite popular these days. Some of them are, if they're good at it. They can just see what they're doing, whereas this sort of video information wasn't available to us at all, especially me. But they can still grow up faster and learn at an earlier age that equality really is the way to go. You want to put makeup on, you go for it. You want to be feminine, go for it. You want to be masculine, go for it. Doesn't matter.
But don't come out of the closet.
Here.
Yeah.
You can come out of the closet there.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
So that's it for today's Life in Korea.
Yeah, we took a couple of week hiatus for the holidays with Like It's, but we are back. We're going to be doing Life in Korea videos. If you have a question you'd like us to try to answer or at least just discuss with you here, drop a note in the comments section. You can leave us a question on our blog or head to facebook.com/HallyuBack. That's our Facebook page. Leave us a note on our wall. We'll definitely read it and we'll probably pick your question, because if you got a good question, we like just chatting about it. We chat about them even when the camera's not rolling.
That's true, we do.
Yep.
Like this video, thumbs up, and subscribe.
Thank you for subscribing. That's it for today's Life in Korea. Experience it!